Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Faith, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a Q&A. So, first things first, this first question is, was Elliot planned? Long story short, yes, he was planned. My boyfriend and I did not use any type of contraception. No condoms, no birth control, no nothing. So, therefore, yes, he was planned. Next question. What was the feeling like when you had your epidural? And do you feel like they helped? When you're getting your epidural, you're having constant contractions. So I didn't feel jack. I was so focused on the pain of the contractions that my mind was not even there. So no, it did not hurt. And did they help? Yes and no. So it helped numb me all down there. I couldn't feel nothing down there besides a little bit of pressure. But as far as contractions, I felt every single contraction, and it felt like it was not there. Okay, next. How were the first few months after Elliot was born? Very, very hard. Those were the hardest months of my life, to be completely honest. And I don't think I could have done it without my mom or my boyfriend, to be real. Next. How did you and Moses come up with the name Elliot? Honestly, we would go through multiple names. We initially wanted like a very unique name because we didn't want like no basic name like John or Nick or like something really, really basic. But for some reason the name Elliot just really stuck with us, and it really like just fit. So I guess that's how. And this next question is I basically answered it. It's when you were going to have Elliot, was there any other names you thought about? So yeah, obviously, I mean, when you have a child, you go through all these names. One minute you're like, oh, this name's perfect. Next minute it's like, this name's better, So you just go through multiple names. And we, like I said, we had a long list. Next question. What would you say to any teens who are new mothers? I would say keep your head up. Stay positive, stay strong, and like I always say, don't be afraid to ask for help. You are human too, and you deserve, if you need some alone time, you deserve it. If you need some help, get some help. And also, your child comes first. Obviously, like I said, your needs are important, but when it comes to like people want to visit and you don't want them to visit because you want to make sure that your baby's okay. You want your baby to wait until it's a few months old until they start getting introduced to different germs, and that's fine. You are the mother. You are the parent to this child. So what you feel and what you say goes. Don't let anybody push you over, and, just don't let anybody do what they want to do. Okay? If you don't want somebody kissing your baby, tell them straight up, do not kiss my baby. Because at the end of the day, you are the parent, and what you say goes. No matter what. No matter what feelings are hurt, that's it. What you say goes, okay? And also, things will, yes, it will not be the same as before, but your new normal will definitely get better. Like I said in the beginning, your new normal will get better. Next, what are some tips you would give someone who is young and pregnant? Let's some tips? Make sure you have a very strong support system before that baby is born. Make sure you have people that are willing to help. And make sure just make sure you have people to help you, and make sure you have a good support system on your side, because you're going to need it. Also, don't worry. Things will be okay. You will be okay. What's happening now will be way different than what's happening in the future. And everything will be okay. And also, don't be afraid to talk to people. Reach out to someone. If you need to talk to someone, talk to someone. Hey, if you need to talk to someone, talk to me. You can DM me, message me on Instagram. I'm always open, you know? Just don't be afraid to talk to someone, okay? And get a lot of diapers. Make sure you have plenty and plenty of diapers. Next question. What's the hard part about being a mom? Hard part about being a mom. Honestly, everything is hard about it. Think about it. You have this little human that you are fully responsible for, that you have to take care of, that you have to feed, bathe. And don't think it's the same as having a puppy. It is 10 times more. It's 10 times harder, to be real. If I'm going to specifics, not sleeping. Being sleep deprived is super, super hard. Not having alone time, that's very, very hard. Not being able to just be free and do whatever you want, whenever you want. Yeah, that's definitely the hardest thing. Is you really have to buckle down and just give up a lot of things when you're a mom, to be honest. Next, how long were you and Moses together when you found out you were pregnant? Guys, me and Moses, we've been together for 3 years almost. But we broke up, and then we got back together. So we broke up in like May of 2018, and then we got back together on Halloween of 2018. And then I got pregnant in December of 2018. Yeah. So we're only together, if you want to be like technical or like real, we're only together for like a few months. But that's okay, you know, we're still together. We're good, we're growing strong. Parenting together, which is definitely a way to find out everything about a man. Yeah, I'm not advising have a child with your boo, but that'll definitely bring out their true colors. Next, what's the hardest part? Oh, I already did that. Did I write that twice? Okay, this question. What was your biggest fear during pregnancy? And I think this goes for majority of the moms, is, you know, just having a miscarriage. Plain and simple. You know, you're growing this child in you, you're growing this little being in you, your little being. And the scariest thing is to wake up one morning and, you know, that little precious being is just gone, you know, is just not with you anymore. And I also think for me also was finding out that he would have a deformity, or a genetic disorder or something really like just so hard for them, or be brain dead, or have a serious condition where they're basically they can't do anything for themselves, or they won't reach all the milestones that you're so excited for, which is definitely very, very scary. Because when you're having a baby, you plan all this stuff and you already mentally have this thought in your head, like, oh, when you see them walking, when they start crawling and they're talking, and to think, oh, I will never see that, is so heartbreaking. So yeah. What were your first thoughts when you found out you were pregnant? My first thought initially, I was happy. If I'm gonna be honest, I was so happy. Me and my boyfriend, we love each other so much, and having a baby together just made me really happy, because that just completed us as a couple. It made me just so happy to think, like, oh my god, this guy will be in my life forever, and it's just, I was super happy. What was the hardest part of pregnancy? The basics, honestly, for that question would be just feeling like gross every day. Feeling uncomfortable was one of the hardest parts. But mentally, the hardest part was the unknown. Not knowing what could happen tomorrow. And that was honestly the scariest part of pregnancy. You want to be positive, but you just don't know. It's out of your hands. So yeah. Was birth really painful? Yes and no. Like I always say, contractions are the worst part, and I think any woman will tell you that who's had a baby. Our contractions are the worst thing that you can experience in your life. But him coming out, as far as that, no, that did not hurt at all. It was actually like, for me, when he came out, it was such a relief on my body, which is so sad, because pregnancy should be a beautiful thing, but oh my god, I was so happy to have him out. Like, I was like, oh my god, my body feels so much better, even though there's blood coming out and they gotta stitch me up, but I'm just I'm so relieved. Oh gosh, when do you plan on having baby number 2? As of right now, if me and Moses are stable, financially stable, we're not living with my mom anymore, in 2 years, that would be the best time, and I would definitely love to have another in 2 years. But that just depends on our whole situation. But I do want my babies to be close in age, so they can grow up together and play and be cool with each other, and be close. How has this is the last question, by the way. How has the whole coronavirus pandemic, I never know how to say that, affected you as a mother? Honestly, how it's affected me the most is just the thought of like becoming sick and not being able to be here for my baby, or something happening to me where I pass away from this, from being sick, and just having to leave him, and him not growing up with a mom. That's very hard for me, and that's affected me mentally. And also the thought of like him getting it, I'm so cautious and so nervous. We don't even go out. Even before the whole like stay in place was established, we didn't go out for a couple weeks, you know, and when we did, it was like a quick, we had to go get something and then come back, you know, because I want to limit the risk as much as I can just to keep him safe and to keep me safe and everything like that. But as far as like going out and all that stuff, we kind of stayed home majority of the time. So that's not anything new. I don't even know if I just said that. I might have just said that. But it hasn't really affected me. We go on walks every day. He's outside every day. He gets to see people, which are his family who live here. You know, he's good. It hasn't really affected him. As a mother, it hasn't really affected me, just my thoughts, I guess. But yeah, I think that's all the questions. Let me see. This kind of question, I kind of just made up on my own. But I kind of want to touch bases on it. Is, like, I would not advise having a child young at all. Because I think, you know, you should definitely wait until 1, you're financially stable, 2, your relationship's stable, 3, you're mentally stable. Having a baby and having a child is very, very hard. It is not just, you know, a cute, you know, when you go out and you see, you know, your friends who have babies and you're like, oh, they're so cute, they're so calm, they're, you know, they're just so much fun. Okay, they're fun because you get to leave them with their parents. When it's your own child, you're responsible for them all day, every day, for the rest of your life. And that is something you have to think about. You're gonna have to be there for the fevers, getting sick, having to cut their nails, which is way harder than you think, giving them a bath, feeding them, waking up in the middle of the night, you know, staying up through the restless nights. You have to be there for all of it. You don't get a break. You don't get to just, you know, give them back. You're their parent, and it's definitely a lot harder than it seems. So before you go to planning having a baby, or, you know, you think, oh, me and my boyfriend are still ready, make sure you're ready. Make sure you're also ready to give up everything. Make sure that you're ready to be a mother or a father, you know. Make sure that you are willing to give up and sacrifice a lot. So yeah, on that note, I think that concludes my video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And please, 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 you guys, if you can, give this a thumbs up. Any of my videos, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, okay, fine. Thumbs it down. But at least be a little interactive. And leave a comment if you want to, and if you can, please. And also, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.